Hi, hello, assalamualaikum. Welcome to SMG 453 Sport Project Management class. Today we're going to discuss on the first chapter for this subject, which is the project management concept. Okay, before anything else happens, you need to understand that you need to know the concept of each of the subjects that you're learning. So, for this sport project management, the concept that you should understand is that this is a project. You're doing a project, so a few terms and definitions should be acknowledged, and you should know each of the terms, and you should be able to explain the term very well. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so this is the learning objective. So at the end of this chapter, you should be able to give definitions on a few terms and understand the concept of sport project management. You should be able to identify the key constraint on the project manage. You should know how a project is born, the life of a project, what are the steps involved in the project management process, and the benefits of project management. Alright, so this is the definition of sport project and management. So sports activity, competitive activity guided by established rule. I bet that everyone knows this. Okay, and the project is actually an endeavor to accomplish a specific objective through unique set of interrelated tasks and effective utilizations of resources. So whenever you're talking about a project is actually when you're completing or accomplish an objective through interrelated tasks. So a project also consists of start and end date. So it should have a completion date and it should have a schedule in completing it. Okay, that you need to remember. So management is working with through individuals and groups to accomplish the organizational goals. So this is the definitions that you need to know, a few terms that you need to know and understand. Okay, now the definitions of project management. Simple, but it is something that student always forgot to write. Maybe because they they don't remember, or I don't know what's the problem, but it's really simple actually. Project management is the discipline of planning, organizing, and managing. It's not planning, leading, and organizing. No, it's about planning, organizing, and managing resources to bring out the successful completion of specific project goals and objectives. So this is actually very important, so that the student need to understand it is about plan. We plan it, then we organize it, which we doing it, forming it, and then we managing, which means that we are controlling it. Okay, we control the resources in order to meet the goals and the objective. Okay. Okay, now what are the attributes or the characteristic of a project that you need to know? There are a few attributes or characteristics of a project that you should know. Okay, so the first one is it should have a well-defined objective. Of course, whenever you're doing something, you should have an objective to be achieved. Okay, and then it should compose a series of interdependent tasks. Okay, interdependent or interrelated tasks. Okay, you need to finish one before you can start another. Utilize the various resources. There are various resources that you need to utilize in order to complete or in order to organize a project, which is the financial, human resources. So there are various resources. Okay, have a specific time frame. As I mentioned earlier, a project should have a start and a finish date, the completion date. So it should have a specific time frame. Okay, so it may be unique or a one-time endeavor. It can be a one-shot event, a one-shot project, and it should be unique. Okay, has a customer. Of course, if you don't have a customer, then we don't call it a project. and it involves a high or a degree of uncertainty because there are few things that we cannot control. For example, like weather inclement, the financial resources, human resources, emotions. So these are the things that are beyond our control. So project involve a high degree or degree of uncertainty. So examples of a project, I don't have to show this. I bet everyone knows. Okay, Futsal Carnival, design and implement a computer system, hosting a telematch, designing, producing a brochure, hosting a gala dinner, uh, organize TOT, final camp. So that is what we call as project. Okay.